Well, I think the humanitarian situation is something we're going to constantly need to innovate and evolve in our response to, and ultimately try and stem and prevent. But the reality is that it's not just the UK, it's all of the NATO allies. The US has been the same, European partners have been the same. We're not going to either get ourselves into a direct military conflict with Putin, either because that would be a massive escalation, but also that feeds Putin's narrative. Putin wants to say that he's actually in a struggle with the West. He's not. This is an illegal invasion of a neighbour whose self-determination, democratic and territorial integrity needs to be protected. We do not want to feed Putin's narrative.
Yeah, but you've just spent quite a lot of time telling me how much money, how much effort we're putting in to protecting people. The truth of the matter is we already know that he's not that bothered about damage done to civilians, and that the humanitarian corridors could be vulnerable. The American diplomat Kurt Volker, from whom we'll be hearing later in this programme, said to me this week that when the bodies start piling up in the tens of thousands, the position on the no-fly zone will change. Why not do it now and save those tens of thousands of lives? If we really, really want to protect those people, the no-fly zone, even if it's limited to Kiev and the corridors of safety, surely it's time to start that now.
Look, I understand the argument, and there's head and heart in all of this, but the reality is we don't think, and our allies don't think, we ought to be sucked into a direct military conflict with Vladimir Putin. And that's the position that we've taken. Of course, it would be different if he was attacking a NATO ally. The position around NATO is very clear, but we will do everything short of that to support the Ukrainians, and I understand the debate around it.
Well, you say everything short of that, but you know how that will be heard in Ukraine. We are prepared to do anything up to the point where it will make a difference.
Well, no, I don't think that's true. First of all, I think the efficacy of no-fly zones, if you look at history, you can think of the Iraq example, they're very difficult, they're very challenging. Secondly, if you look at the impact of our sanctions, and the UK has been at the vanguard of the international response, I think the fact that Putin and the Russian central bank have doubled interest rates to 20%, we think of what the cost of living challenges we're facing here, I do think that not only puts a squeeze on the Putin war machine, but also it shows the ordinary Russian people that this idea that this is in their interest is for the birds. So at every level, I think the sanctions will have an impact, but they won't do so overnight.
Indeed.